Meditations for every day in Lent. Friday, after the second Sunday in Lent, Jesus led away captive. The Gospel of St. John, chapter 18, verses 12 and 13. Then the band and the tribune and the servants of the Jews took Jesus and bound him, and they led him away to Annas first, for he was father-in-law to Caiaphas, who was the high priest of that year. A meditation on the Sacred Passion of Jesus Christ by Richard F. Clarke of the Society of Jesus. Firstly, the chief priests and Pharisees had brought with them a coil of rope with which they bound tightly the sacred hands of Jesus, and he was led away like a lamb going to the slaughter. This is the beginning of the apparent powerlessness of Jesus. He who before bid defiance to his enemies, put them to the rout by word and work, now seems unable to resist them, feeble and helpless in their hands. Yet, under this apparent weakness was hidden a divine force. Nay, it was this very weakness which was the means of conquering the whole world. Secondly, the officers tied the hands of Jesus so that he could no longer lay them upon the sick and the afflicted to heal their diseases and their miseries. So we too tie the hands of Jesus by bands far more fatal in hindering his power to heal the sickness of our soul. When we reject his graces and turn a deaf ear to his counsel, we render him powerless to assist us. He cannot bestow upon us the blessings he delights to impart. Our obstinacy has tied his hands so that he cannot help us as he would. Thirdly, often in our desire to work for others, we find our hands tied. Something hinders our charitable designs. Some hostile influence renders us apparently powerless. Our prayers seem to avail nothing. Our kind acts are rejected. We seem to do the wrong thing when trying our best to do what is right. Yet we must not repine. We are only treading in our Master's steps. The very suffering entailed in this is a sure means of earning the graces we desire. A prayer of St. Gertrude. Almighty and eternal God, unfailing fountain of mercy, I offer thee the passion of thy Son, his ignominious bondage, his stripes and bruises, his insults and blasphemies, his blows and buffetings, the plucking out of his hair, and the spitting on his adorable face, which he endured in the houses of Annas and Caiaphas in that same night, and setting forth all these before thee with gratitude and compassion, I beseech thine inexhaustible goodness, that by their virtue and merit thou wouldst wash me from my sins, and render me in all things well pleasing to thee. Amen.